Hi, I'm Chris Luck, founder of Alphapreneur.com, the social network for entrepreneurs, and welcome to Free Coaching Friday session number 5. If you are brand new to Alphapreneur, I recommend that you subscribe to this channel because I go live every day of the week, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time, and then I teach people like yourself how to start a business and how to grow a business, and especially through these uncertain times we're going through right now. So today's session and every session on Friday is always just free coaching. So when you show up live, I will see questions coming through in the chat, and then I will just answer questions live until there's no more questions. So to just get started with today's agenda, we are just going to jump right into live coaching Q&A. And then I also like to do a winner announcement at the very end of every live stream. So we will talk about the winner announcement when we get to that. So let's just jump into live coaching Q&A. So let's take a look at the chat here. And the first question comes in from David. And David says, can we promote Alphapreneur sales page directly? And the long answer, I'll think of the short answer. The short answer to that is no. Reason being is because the way that I have the sales page set up for Alphapreneur, it is not on the platform that is doing all the tracking and everything, where if you send somebody to here, actually, let me just show you. So if I go over to alphapreneur.com, and what Dave is asking is that we have an ambassador program for Alphapreneur, so you can get paid $44 a month for anybody that you send to Alphapreneur that ultimately signs up and becomes a member. So what you can do, David, is if you go to alphapreneur.com, and then here I'm actually going to pull down the chat or the browser bar. So when you go down to alphapreneur.com, at the very end of alphapreneur.com, you can put question mark A equals, and then let's say your ClickBank nickname is David H. You just do David H, and you could send people directly to here, which they would put in their email address, and then when they put in their email address, then they see the sales page. And I know the page that you're referring to is if you click on the menu and just click join, it'll take you to this page. This page, you cannot put question mark A equals and then your ClickBank nickname on this page because it's not set up for that. So you just would need to go to alphapreneur.com, put in question mark A equals, and then your ClickBank nickname, and you could send people directly to here. So if you're referring Alphapreneur to people or talking about it or anything like that, this is the best page to send people to. And I'm constantly testing out new versions of this page, and this page usually changes every week or two with a new version that I've tested privately. And then if the new version is converting better than this version, then I switch it out for the new version. Also, what you can do is you can click the drop down on when you're at alphapreneur.com and click on videos, and then any of these videos that you see here, like for instance, yesterday's live stream was an advanced marketing workshop, which was just unbelievable. And you could go to this advanced marketing workshop, and you can see the URL is alphapreneur.com/advanced. So what you would do, same thing, you would just put in question mark A equals, and then your ClickBank, whatever your ClickBank nickname would be, and then you can actually send people here. And then if when they come here, they can watch the workshop, but then as soon as they hit the join us and then put in their email, they're taken over to the sales page, I think, that you're referring to. So yeah, and again, the reason for that too is for all of the tracking and the pixeling and everything that we do is done on these pages, not actually on the sales page if you were to send people directly to the sales page. So great question, David. I appreciate it. Robert says, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you, Robert. I have a few starter websites and I'm selling them on Flippa. Do you have any tips for selling them faster or just selling websites anywhere? Right now, Flippa is going to be your best place to flip websites. Ironically, so you can actually go to, well, you already know about it, but for those of you that are listening or watching this and you don't know how you can go about selling a website or a business, you can go to flippa.com, and then from here, it is like the largest platform to sell businesses. I haven't sold anything on Flippa for the last few years, so I don't know what kind of new services that they have, because I know if you what they used to have was the ability where you could get like sponsored, or you could pay to actually have your listing in front, like on top of everybody else's, to be in like a a better position to be seen. So you might want to look into Flippa and see if they have options like that, because that's exactly what I would do. Instead of just throwing up your website on Flippa or your business on Flippa, try to reach out to them and see what you can do to get featured or to be, you scroll down, they even have like editor's choice. Like, how can you be there in the editor's choice? Kathleen says, when sharing videos on Facebook, etc., to keep track of when sharing videos on Facebook, to keep track of which videos in which groups. I'm not sure that question. If you could be a little more specific, Kathleen, I can definitely come back around to that question. Daily Startup Fix says, just wondering what's working best for ambassadors, sharing lots but no sales as of yet. So the what's working best for ambassadors right now is if you go to, we'll just Alphapreneur and then actually grab and put your ClickBank nickname and your ID at the top, like I just mentioned, by doing $A = in your ID, and then just naturally telling people about Alphapreneur on social media or on LinkedIn, and just doing that. Some of the bigger ambassadors, they're not sending people to videos or anything. They're sending people directly to the homepage, because then what they're doing is that I even seen what some ambassadors are actually saying. They'll go in groups and whatnot, like on Facebook and LinkedIn and on like private forums and communities and things like that, and they will say, just found the social network for entrepreneurs. What is it? Does anyone have any? Is anyone a member? Like, and then they put a link to it with their affiliate link, and then so they're opening conversation with people to get people to talk and go look at it, because the whole idea as an ambassador is to get people to just go to alphapreneur.com or to go to one of the videos. So they're not just dropping videos all over the place. They are opening they're asking questions to open up conversation with people, which is really cool. And then as far as the videos, that whenever they do, some of the larger ambassadors that are sending a lot of sales, the videos that they are promoting are the videos that are the live streams that I do. Not necessarily the videos like Have a Midas Touch, Comfort Zone Lies, 5 Secrets, the most successful, rarely discussed, not those type of videos, but actually the videos where I'm on them, because they are 2-hour plus live streams where I'm teaching very specific topics. And then the most recent one that I did was the Advanced Marketing Workshop yesterday. And I designed and created and live streamed this workshop based off of feedback that I got from some of the largest ambassadors of like what's working for them, and then what they wish that I could create as a piece of content that they could share online. So this Advanced Marketing Workshop is really taking like all the elements that ambassadors want, and I put them all into this workshop to make it just like a workhorse to send people here to ultimately get people into Alphapreneur. So great question. Kathleen said, oh, that was a question that I wasn't sure. Sue, great question. What is the number one reason? What's the number one reason membership sites fail? The number one reason membership sites fail is that people do not, and I see them because people that have gone through my course, a previous course that I sold called Membership Method, which I don't sell anymore. When they approach me and ask me to critique their membership site because they can't get it working right, or they can't get any sales, I look at it and the content is not helping anybody. The content is just blog posts like, the top 7 XYZs of 2020 or something like that. They're not problem solution based articles, and that is the type of content that you need to get someone to join a membership site. You need to create content that is helping somebody, and the only way to help somebody is to identify a problem that they're having and what kind of solution can you deliver. And then you write articles that are just not just delivering a solution, but over delivering a solution and just blowing their minds of what it is that you're like, the value that you're providing to them. And then when they see that you have other content and other articles on your membership site, then they're going to naturally want to join because you just over delivered and helped them in a great way. And if you want to take a look, if you go to not healthconfidential.com, because I haven't switched it over yet. If you go to, let me pull it up real quick, healthconfidential.ghost.io. And it will be healthconfidential.com once I get all of my articles moved over, because I'm moving over from WordPress over to Ghost for my membership site. And if you go take a look at the article, The Ketogenic Diet, A Detailed Beginner's Guide to Keto, like for anybody that is having trouble with keto and they don't know where to start, they're on this like endless journey and they don't know where to go and what to buy and like what recipes or what to eat, what not to eat, and like what does the ketogenic diet really do to you? Like there's all these questions that they have. So I wrote this article that is it's an 11-minute read, but you can scroll down and see like this is helping somebody. This is not just giving a solution, but many solutions to people and answering a lot of questions that people have in their mind that they regarding the keto diet. And then whenever you get to the very bottom, which I'm just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and notice there's no ads, there's no fanciness going on. It's just a really good article because you just really want to focus on the content and delivering a really good experience. And then when you get to the very bottom, you're going to see that there's other studies and guides that they can actually continue their journey with for weight loss on the keto diet. And then when they click on any of those, then they're going to be gated content. That's the content where you're going to get somebody to sign up and become a member, because it says to access all of our content, you got to sign in or sign up. So back to your question, Sue, what's the number one reason membership sites fail? It's by not following what I just showed you. Just putting up a lot of content, just to have a lot of content on a site is not going to get you a member. You really need to get into the minds of the individuals that you are ultimately going to be your members, and you got to think about what makes them tick, what problems are they having, and then solve those problems. Which, by the way, Sue, while you're here, if you can let everybody know in the chat what you have going on next week. I know Sue inside of Alphapreneur is putting together like a really cool membership challenge for everybody. And thank you first off for doing that, Sue. Really do appreciate it, and stepping up to the plate and doing something really clever like that. And it's really going to help a lot of people. So if you want to let people know in the chat about your challenge, I would love to feature it and showcase it for everyone to see. Mara says, how can I get motivated? I always give up. Show up to my live streams. If you show up to my live streams, which I know you show up quite a bit, and I appreciate it. When you show up to my live streams, I always, especially if you show up early, I always play a motivational video exclusive for people that show up early to my live streams. And that video is always going to be a video that's going to motivate you. So, and then my live streams hopefully motivate you just in the sense of what I teach and like what I can do to help you grow your business. And if you need some extra doses of motivation, you can always go into Alphapreneur, and then just inside of Alphapreneur itself, being a social network for entrepreneurs, everything in here is motivating. And I mean, there's so many there's so many incredible individuals that are inside of Alphapreneur that are constantly posting really cool stuff. Like Thomas 11 minutes ago just posted reward for discipline. Go through the pain. It's so worth it. Like just so many little they're like little I don't know, like jolts of motivation that are just sprinkled all through Alphapreneur. And then I do a lot of articles that can also help you with motivation as well in the coaching section. So you can go into Alphapreneur and then just go to the coaching section. There's going to be a lot of things in here. My previous live streams are going to be in here, as well as like all kinds of new stuff that can help you stay motivated. And a lot of the videos, if you see in the coaching section inside of Alphapreneur, if you see these thumbnail images, which I love designing these, and you see people on them like Oprah, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Gary Vaynerchuk, Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. These are very motivational type videos from these people. So you can get a lot of motivation just by simply going into Alphapreneur, in addition to showing up to my live streams. Blanche says, the old videos are still not available. Not sure what you're referring to with the old videos, Blanche. If you let me know which old videos you're referring to. Carlton, great question, Carlton. One of my companies creates software applications for customers. Where would you suggest advertising this service? Next week, this kind of like letting the cat out of the bag. I'll let the cat out of the bag right now and let you know, so you know, Carlton. But you can right now if you want, since you have a service to offer to other alphapreneurs, just right now, just go into Alphapreneur and post it in the activity feed. But next week, I plan on doing this on Tuesday. I'm going to turn on a job board inside of Alphapreneur, so you can actually post jobs and services and things that you offer to entrepreneurs. You can put those inside of Alphapreneur on the jobs board. And then, Sue just posted the membership site challenge here. I'll read that in a second. So the job board is going to be, Carlton, where you can actually post your jobs up inside of Alphapreneur for other entrepreneurs, and then also people that are looking for jobs. Maybe you want to make it like a side income within Alphapreneur. You can actually, post things that you're wanting that you can do, and then that you can post. It's kind of hard to describe. I don't want to let too much out yet until it's actually built, because I don't want to say it's going to do something and then my developer's like, oh, that feature is not available yet. So there's going to be a job board next week that'll help you out. So Sue, and in the meantime, Carlton, you can just post in the activity feed and let everybody know what it is that you have to offer. Thank you for asking. Sue actually just posted, I see, inside of Alphapreneur. So thank you for posting that, Sue. And Sue, you could actually post this if you can, post this in the membership site group. But Sue basically says membership site challenge. She's putting this together for everybody inside of Alphapreneur. So launch your membership site with 10 articles by Memorial Day. She's going to do meetings on Zoom. So she says our kickoff meeting is today on Zoom. If you want to join the challenge, post your comment below and I'll send you the Zoom meeting link. So great, Sue. So anyone that wants to jump in on a membership site challenge that Sue is facilitating, then jump into Alphapreneur right now and then look for Sue in the activity feed, and then you can just leave a comment. Just click on comment and then leave a comment, and she will get you the Zoom meeting link. So thank you for sharing that, Sue. Blanche, how do we load videos on Alphapreneur? Not sure what you mean by that. Loading videos, like uploading videos on Alphapreneur. I'm not sure if that's what you mean. What I recommend, because I don't have the feature enabled right now inside of Alphapreneur to upload videos, because if I turn that on, it would just blow up my server. I have a lot of people uploading videos, so I'm slowly rolling out new features every week inside of Alphapreneur just to make sure that I just don't blow anything up and break anything. So right now, if you have videos that you want to maybe share with other Alphapreneurs, then I just recommend like uploading them somewhere else, like YouTube or Dropbox or somewhere like that. And then what's really cool is the way that I have it set up is if you go to, let's say, let's go to a YouTube video on Alphapreneur. So if you go to, for instance, like let's say this advanced digital marketing workshop that I did yesterday. Let's say this is a video. Let's say this is your video, and you want to upload this on Alphapreneur. I recommend just putting it up on YouTube, and then grabbing the URL. And then when you go inside of Alphapreneur, you can paste that URL in and watch what happens. So it's going to actually put the video in here, and people can play the video directly inside their newsfeed. So that way you're not uploading a video directly to Alphapreneur. You're putting it somewhere else, and then you can actually embed the video so people can watch it in there, which is a really cool feature. Good question. If I understood your question correctly. Daily startup fix. Tips for picking your membership niche or topic. Yes, not just tips, but if you go, which daily startup fix, I think your name is Dan, so I'm gonna just call you Dan, assuming that's your name. So if you go into courses inside of Alphapreneur, and you go down to the membership method course, which is right here, and then inside the membership method course, which I see there's 292 of you are enrolled, so thank you for going through my course. It took a long time to put together. So you can actually go through here, and there are the step 3, which is called 7 levels. It's an exercise that I recommend you go through, and this will really help you pick a niche and a topic for your membership site based off of what it is that like you actually want to do. Something else that I'll just kind of give you, just to kind of give you something to bite on right now, is anything that has like a magazine associated with it is the perfect industry for a membership site. Just because that's just like a general rule of thumb that I've always followed when building membership sites is that if you can find a magazine on it, then it's prime for a membership site. So and I talk about that actually in Membership Methods. So I won't go into the psychology behind that, but just kind of keep that for top of mind right now, and then maybe go out there and for ideas that you might have for a membership site, see if there's magazines that exist, and if there are, that's a validation point for you. And also make sure that whatever membership site you do build, you are going to which I see Sue just posted in the membership site. So thanks, Sue. You're actually taking action while we're live. So I lost my train of thought. Sorry. So membership sites. As far as a topic that you're going to pick, make sure, like I mentioned earlier, that all the content you're going to put on your membership site is going to be helpful, and it's going to be solutions to people's problems. You don't want, like, there's a member that I critiqued the other day that was having troubles getting members for his membership site, and I'm not going to say his name or what his URL is, but his membership site is all about, I'll just say it's about happiness. And it's a great idea. And there's a lot of people like the self-help and personal development and self-improvement, industry is huge, and there's magazines on it. And but his articles weren't helpful. They weren't helping solve problems. They were just like, here's seven the top 7 this and the top 10 why. Like they were interesting articles, to say the least, but they were not solving someone's problem. So when you're trying to pick a membership site niche or a topic, make sure that you're going to be able to create a lot of content that's going to solve a lot of people's problems. Thomas, great. Thanks for mentioning that. Thomas says, everyone, don't forget about Mom this Sunday. Yes, don't forget about Mom this Sunday. It is going to be Mother's Day. And my wife's birthday is coming up also on the 14th. Ann says, what are good sources for quality PLR? Can we check if they were previously published? So really, the only way to find good PLR is just to buy PLR products. When you buy PLR products, they're always going to be like under $10, and whether they're good or not, it's going to be content you're going to have forever because you own it. And to see if they're previously published, just about every PLR product out there has been bought multiple times and is always published by somebody. But what I recommend doing is when you buy PLR content, and make sure that you change like the names of things. So if you buy, let's say a course or an ebook or something that you're buying the rights to, change the name of the title. And then if you're using, let's say you buy an ebook and you have chapters inside the ebook, make sure that you change the titles of those chapters when you're putting them as content on your site, because then people, if they are Googling the title of your book or the title of your chapters or content, and they see like it's being republished all over the place, it's like it's not a red flag, but they're gonna be like, well, why? I'll just go get this content for free on this blog and not pay for it on this membership site, which would be your membership site. So when you're using PLR content, make sure that you're always changing the titles and the names and all of that. Good question. Kathleen, do people leave comments on the video sharing post? If so, do we respond? So as far as leaving comments, if I think I'm understanding you correctly, people do leave comments like on YouTube itself, like the video I did yesterday. You can see like there's 21 comments, and so people do actively leave comments on YouTube, and you don't have to respond to these comments. They're just sit there on YouTube. However, if you go to alphapreneur.com and then you go to the menu and go to videos, and you're to look at like the same video on Alphapreneur, there's no comments feature on the site. So you don't have to worry about comments or anything like that, because the way these videos are designed is that when you send people to a page like this, it's designed to, the page is intentionally designed to just deliver really high value to them and just focus on the video, not give them much else to do other than to join or see other videos, which is every video is designed to help somebody. And you'll notice, like I do what I preach. Like when you create a membership site, make sure that your every piece of content you're doing is helping somebody with something. And that's why my membership sites have always been so successful, is because I'm actively helping people with things that with what it is that they need help with entrepreneurship and all of that. Dan says, question for videos. I noticed at the end you shared, notice at the end of a shared YouTube video, it shows recommended videos, which may not be yours. How do you stop recommended videos from YouTube? There's, I don't know. I wish I knew. I don't know how you can do that. There might be some, if anyone knows, post inside of Alphapreneur how I can stop recommended videos showing up on the videos that are like on Alphapreneur. So for what Dan's referring to is, if someone was to watch this advanced marketing workshop video, at the very end of the video, when the video's over, and it'll say, YouTube will pop up a bunch of other videos you can watch. So Dan's referring to how can you turn that feature off, and I don't know. But if somebody does know that, please post that inside the activity feed. And Thomas, thank you for posting in Alphapreneur about a diet that'll help out with when you're not feeling good. Kathleen says, do you use personas when posting on social media? Throwback to my SEO days. Sometimes, yeah. So with Health Confidential, I have a persona on there, and she goes by the name of Christina Bates. And yeah, that's the handle that I use for all of the editorials side of, or Health Confidential is all Christina Bates. So if for those of you that are seeing this question that Kathleen asked and not sure what a persona means, it just basically means if you're creating, let's say, a membership site or any blog, or you're doing any content at all, publishing any content at all, instead of going by your actual name, you have like a pen name. And just about every author, not every author, but a lot of not people that write novels and nonfiction books, or fiction books, they have pen names. So not really sure why. I never really knew like why does like most authors go by a pen name. Never really knew why that is. But yeah, you can definitely use personas when posting on social media. Daily Startup Fix, which I think is Dan, said, can we share the black screen motivation videos as ambassadors? They are elbow cough. Black screen motivational videos as ambassadors. Like the videos that I play for the early birds that show up for my live streams. I think you're referring to those videos. I haven't put those up on Alphapreneur yet. I might, if there's enough people that would like to share those videos, that would like to share those motivational videos, I can definitely put those up on Alphapreneur and make those shareable. If you're in the chat and you would like for me to share those videos or post those videos up, yeah, I'd be more than happy to do it if you guys are interested in sharing them. David says, one of the slides yesterday mentioned Medium as a place to be active on. Is that a site? Is that a site to route people to videos on Alphapreneur? No. So Medium is a software that, and what Dave is referring to is the video that I did, the live stream I did yesterday, the advanced marketing workshop. There was 27 marketing experiments that I revealed, and he's referring to one of the experiments, which is talking about Medium. I'm sorry. Yeah, mediums. I was thinking of. I didn't talk about Medium. I talked about Mention. So I think that's what you're referring to, is Mention. So Mention is, yeah, because your question, one of the slides yesterday mentioned Medium. So I think you're referring to Mention, not Medium. But I use Mention.com as just a way to track what people are saying online about whatever I want to track. So if people are, if I want to track anytime anyone says anything about keto recipes, then and let's say I have a membership site and I have an article that is a free article that really over delivers about keto recipes, then I want to be out there and get in everybody's conversation and pretty much hijack conversations about keto recipes, and then recommend my article on my membership site that's free about keto recipes. So I think that's what you're mentioning or referring to is mention. If this isn't what you meant, if you actually were referring to Medium, for Medium, this is something completely different. Medium is a place where you can just go and just read articles instead of like people creating blogs. People will create profiles on Medium and then just post their content on Medium instead of posting on a blog. So Medium is you could create articles on Medium if you want, but I would not recommend like creating an article on Medium and then just embedding an Alphapreneur video and then trying to get people over to Alphapreneur. Actually, you know what? I don't I don't want to say don't do that because I haven't done that, so I don't know what would happen if you did that. Like, how would the Medium community feel about that, or how would they reply about that? So it would be an experiment for sure if you want to try it out, and then inside of Alphapreneur, post and let us know what your results of the experiment was. Quote says, "What's up, party people? What's up, Quote?" Which, by the way, I'm already for everybody that was here early, and I mentioned I wasn't feeling good. I'm still not feeling good, but I'm already feeling a little bit better just being here on this live stream. So thank you all for showing up with me and being here as I get through it. Werner says, how, and by the way, if you ask a question, only ask it once. I see there's a lot of questions coming in now, so I'm just going through them in the order that they're asked, but I will answer all questions. I don't skip over any questions. Werner says, how good are Fiverr people to help with product research to assist writing copy? I have a ton of content for an ebook, but I need it combined and formatted. I will do final review and editing. Fiverr people are great. Because especially now, like with just the pandemic going on and people looking for extra ways to make money and jobs and all of that, Fiverr is incredible. There's so many really good, honest, genuine people on Fiverr to help you do all kinds of things. What I would recommend is go to Fiverr, and then I would type in like ebook writing. I'm gonna pull your comment off the screen since it was taken over. So ebook writing, and then what I would do, Werner, is just where someone says like, "I will be your ebook writer." Well, this person will ghostwrite 30,000 words. That's crazy. Like she'll pretty much, or he or she will write a whole ebook for you for $195. That's amazing. Maybe I would do ebook editing. And because even though you say you would do the final review and editing, I would still hire someone to do editing. Like I would hire an editor, not someone to be a ebook writer, because an ebook writer, they are actually going to write you the whole ebook from scratch. But Werner, you said you already have content that you want to put in the form of an ebook. So this person, like, I will edit your fiction or nonfiction ebook or manuscript. Before you hire somebody, what I love to do on Fiverr is I read the reviews and make sure they have a lot of really good reviews. I don't hire anyone that has like less than 100 reviews. So make sure that there's over 100 reviews and most of them are positive. Then what you can do is where if you look here at the bottom, it says, "Do you have any special requirements?" And then you can actually get a quote. So if you click on get a quote, then you can actually send a message directly to that person. So you're not hiring them directly off of Fiverr yet. You are just opening a conversation with them and having a conversation and let them know exactly what it is that you want. And then they'll give you a quote and they'll just be honest and transparent about it. So Fiverr is an incredible marketplace. When it first started, it wasn't good. Like when it first started, there was a lot of junk on Fiverr and people that just weren't doing, anything worth anything really. But now there's some really, really good talent on Fiverr. And when you're wanting to hire anyone to do anything, I actually would recommend Fiverr over really, really going to Upwork or any other place that you would normally go to get someone to do something. So great question, Werner. I would absolutely recommend Fiverr. And quote says, "Hello, Chris. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello." Carlton says, "Thinking about promoting Alphapreneur at the local Chamber of Commerce meetings as a training site for growing local businesses. Is it acceptable to have a custom page that would lead to your site?" Great question. Yeah, let me think about that. Yeah. The short answer is yes. I actually have. It's been on my agenda to do for a while, or on my to-do list, but I just it's been at the bottom of my to-do list because I've been busy just trying to knock things off my to-do list. But one of the things that I've been wanting to do with Alphapreneur is build like isolated pages that talk about very specific benefits. And so, for instance, if you go to Alphapreneur and then you go to the menu and just hit join. So this page where it says, "Are you ready for something different?" And then it shows you inside of Alphapreneur, it talks about how it's one place, not all over the place. What is an Alphapreneur? What if you could be a part of something much bigger than yourself? What makes Alphapreneur different? No matter where you're at, it's basically letting you know it's a sales page to sell like what Alphapreneur is the social network. And so what I'm thinking about doing is taking this page and then the design and actually cloning it and doing it for specific industries, like for bloggers. So I could have a page like this, but it's only speaking to bloggers. I would have a page just like this that would only speak to um, like e-commerce folks. I would have a page that would speak only to affiliate marketers. I could also have a page like this that speaks to local business owners, because this page works really well to get people to join. So yeah, I could absolutely do that. Carlton, let me actually pull up my to-do list here, and I'm going to make a note to push that to the top of my list. Make a clone of my sales page for local businesses. Great idea. And then what I'll do, what I'll do, Carlton, and then everyone else that's interested, is once that page is ready and it's live, I am going to also, I need to make another note, is I don't think I'm going to take a look real quick inside of groups, inside of Alphapreneur. Yeah, there's not a group for ambassadors right now. And then for those of you that aren't members of Alphapreneur and you're wondering like, what is all this stuff? So again, Alphapreneur is a social network for entrepreneurs. It's the only social network in existence for entrepreneurs. And I'm the founder of it. And I am constantly adding new things to it every week. And there's a section called groups. And these are all like hyper focused groups on specific topics that people can jump in and then have discussions on that specific topic. So that way they're not just looking at like a water hose of an activity feed like you would normally get with Facebook or anything like that. You can just get into a group like membership sites, and then inside that group you can just only see like what's going on in what people are having to say about membership sites. And something I'm going to make a note of something before I forget. So for Carlton, I'm going to also make a group for ambassadors. So what I'll do after this live stream is I'm going to create a group that is specific for ambassadors. So when I release these new sales pages, I will actually do an announcement inside of Alphapreneur in the ambassador group that I'm going to create for you. So that way you can stay on top of those. And then also, for those of you that are maybe active in some of these groups, because these are all new, so I know a lot of you that are members are not really taking advantage of them yet. So there's a new feature that I just added to every one of these groups, and all new groups, is that you can post in like the activity feed like you normally would, like Sue 21 minutes ago just talked about the membership site challenge, which again, thank you so much for doing that, Sue. So then there's a new section called discussions, and this is in every group. So you can click on discussions and it'll take you to where it's this says no discussions found, but I'm just going to create a new discussion and say title and description. And then, oh, here, let me take, sorry, Carlton, I'm going to take off your thing off the screen so people can see what I'm doing. So title and description, and then I could put in tags and all that. what was really cool is that if you have a discussion or a question or anything that you want someone to ask, instead of just posting it in the news feed, you can post it here, and then you can click where it says notify me of replies via email, and then I can hit post. And then what it's going to do is going to post now a discussion with your title and then your description. And then this is a discussion like thread that people can talk on. So it's really, really cool. And yeah, it's really cool. And then you can, once a lot of people have discussions going, you can actually click on discussions and you'll be able to see just a really nice, neatly organized and just beautiful way to look at discussions of what's going on. So I'm going to delete that one because that I just want to show you the functionality is really, really cool. Don't know how to delete it. Let me edit trash. And yeah, so I'll come back and do that because I don't want to waste all of your time. Okay, so good question, Carlton. Okay, when does a cookie drop from Alphapreneur? So as far as, well, I don't know, when you say drop, I don't know what version you're referring to, or like dropping meaning putting on someone's computer or expiring. So I'll just explain both. So if you want to send people to Alphapreneur, so you want to share and spread the word about Alphapreneur with people, and you would want to send them to the homepage, and if you just put like $A equals and then like Dan B, is if that was your nickname, then as soon as they hit this page, the cookie drops, meaning like it drops on their computer. And then as far as when it expires, it's 60 days. And that's just by law and all that kind of stuff that is going on with ClickBank. They always do things that are really, really super like overly compliant. And 60 days is how long the cookie is going to remain on their computer for. Good question. Hopefully that was a good answer. Jerry says, first sale. Awesome. Congratulations. First sale for getting someone into Alphapreneur. That's really cool. Mara says, how do I stay motivated? I do trainings, but never get started. Again, I think I answered that. I did. I answered that earlier. David, do you plan to start the live streams for ambassadors next week? Yes, I am. There's a lot that I have to plan ahead for that, and how I want the live streams to work. But what you can do is I will update the calendar probably on Sundays, usually whenever I update the calendar. But you can actually go into the calendar and you'll be able to see all the live streams that are scheduled out for next week, and then you'll see the ambassador ones and all that. I haven't decided if I was even thinking about just making every live stream next week ambassador related, instead of trying to do 2 live streams and really like kill myself off. Try to start by just maybe making them all ambassador related. I'm how I'm going to make that decision. I'm actually going to post the question inside of Alphapreneur and then see what people's responses are. And if a lot of people would like live streams for ambassadors, then I can totally do that. But if people don't want, if only like 1 or 2 people want them, then I might move it further down on my to-do list. Daily Startup Fix, which is Dan, says, thanks, Chris, dropping the question. Is anyone a member of Alphapreneur? Is clever. I will try that. Yeah, that was, yeah, I think you're referring to the technique where you could go, into LinkedIn groups and then just post. It's kind of like an underground tactic where you would go in and post a group or post your link to Alphapreneur and be like, is anyone here a member inside of Alphapreneur, or has anyone checked this out, or does anyone have any thoughts on this? Like asking a question to get someone to click the link. Kathleen, as an ambassador, when sharing videos on social media, do you keep track of which videos you share in which group, and so you're not posting duplicates? No. Every time if I do anything that is marketing related, and for ambassador related or anything like that, I just do it naturally. I don't overthink it. I just, just do things organically. How do you get split your screen? I love the interface. I'm using a service, a platform or software called Ecamm Live. And I think you're referring to like the live stream format. And so I'm using Ecamm Live, and this is for a Mac, and it allows me to like set up layouts on how I want my live streams to look. So the layout you're looking at right now, it's not like a out of the box layout. I actually designed this in Photoshop, and then I put it on Ecamm Live as an overlay, and that overlay is kind of what you're seeing. So then I have my overlay, and then the top where my video is, that's like a picture-in-picture box, and then where it says Alphapreneur, the world's first and only social network for entrepreneurs, that was all made in Photoshop. And then where I'm sharing my screen, that is I designed the frame around it in Photoshop, and then I'm sharing my screen in that box. And yeah, I'm glad you like it because I totally geeked out on it. Sue says, we're starting a challenge. Everyone can develop a membership site and launch by Memorial Day. So she says, if you want to join this challenge, sign up with an Alphapreneur. Yeah, so I definitely saw that for Sue. And then for anyone else that wants to have a membership site up and running and launched by Memorial Day, go into Alphapreneur. And if you go to groups, and then inside of groups, you go to membership sites. And inside of membership sites, you're going to see the membership site challenge that Sue is referring to. Saw some questions regarding for Sue, but those were like questions for you, Sue, in the chat, not for me. Dan says, you mentioned some friends doing well on YouTube, even with a small following. Are you planning on doing a live stream on YouTube in the coming weeks? Eventually. But I'm still so new to YouTube myself. Like I don't have, I don't have a ton of followers. I'm not making money off of YouTube or anything like that. So I feel like I'm not a good person to teach how to YouTube because I'm not doing it right now. Like I'm not super successful. There's a lot of super successful people out there you could go learn from. So when I get really good at it and I feel like I've really perfected the art of YouTube, then I'll definitely live stream about it. I love to teach things that I'm learning. David, what tool or software did you use for the opening presentation? Is it voice text translation in real time? No, that's actually all handmade from my video guy. His name is Ren, R-E-N, and he's not available, but he does all my videos. And he does not use like a software that does the text to translation or anything like that. Liz says, so cool, Chris. A marketplace for alphas. Yes, it's going to be a full-blown job marketplace, specifically for alphapreneurs inside of Alphapreneur. You won't be able to get to it if you're not a member of Alphapreneur. Blanche says the ones that were posted, several on the previous platform. Blanche is referring to like if they're there was an old version of Alphapreneur that I had a long time ago. You can still log into that. I didn't take it down, Blanche. Contact support at alphapreneur.com, and we can let you know how to get into that. China says, hello, everybody. Hello there. 11 Pacific time. It looks like the kickoff meeting that Sue is doing is going to be in a couple hours. So take a look at that. Blanche says, uploading videos, wanted to share a video and deliver on my promise on Instagram. So I think I already addressed that. The videos, how to get those videos in there. Is that Dalai Lama video up for us yet? Haven't been able to check the site. Think so. Let me make sure that it's on there. Yeah, where it says, well, I thought so. There's wisdom from monks. Oh, I think I actually have. Yeah, there's a video that I did not put up yet. Let me check. Yeah, the Dalai Lama secrets. I need to put that on Alphapreneur. So that I'll do that. I'm gonna make a note of that. Okay. So yeah, that'll be up there after this. I'll make sure. Thanks for the video advice. You're welcome. Daily Start Fix said, yes, my name is Dan. Well remembered. You're welcome. I'm trying to remember names. Mackie says, so for the membership challenge, you have to be enrolled in the Alphapreneur program. Yeah, Mackie, that's all stuff that's just going on inside of Alphapreneur. And that's one of the bazillion benefits of joining Alphapreneur is there's a lot of really cool things that members do and connect with each other. And This is like the first challenge that members actually took, step up and put on for other members. So that is all only going on inside of Alphapreneur. So great day to join. Alphapreneur.com. Carlton, regarding the Alphapreneur subscription, since you don't have a trial period, is it allowed for someone to start the monthly plan and upgrade to lifetime after a month? Yeah, if you start a monthly plan and you want to upgrade to lifetime, just send an email to support, and then we can help you out there. Sue says, "Can you show Chris? Can you show people who may be interested in developing a membership site how they can join Alphapreneur on a monthly basis?" Yeah, so all you would do is go to alphapreneur.com, and then after you put in your name and email, it'll take you to this page, and then this page just is going to explain all the benefits of Alphapreneur. And then when you get to the bottom, you can join for monthly, and so you just click on the gray button, and it'll take you to where you can sign up for monthly access. And then there's also unlimited access, which is a lifetime membership as well. Beth says, "I bought some PLR and and it was old as 16 years and written in somewhat stilted English, formal sounding. I figured I could rewrite it so it was okay to spin." Yeah, I mean, some of the PLR stuff isn't, the best written, but it is, super cheap. So you, I don't want to say you get what you pay for, because there's some really, really good PLR stuff out there that, but it's just all, I've never seen like expensive PLR stuff. It's always priced very affordable. Since the 2020 membership method training was published on Alphapreneur, do membership method customers get free access to Alphapreneur? No. And then if you see membership method inside of Alphapreneur, it's because you purchased membership method, and it's available for you to see inside of Alphapreneur. Darren, on personas like Christina Bates, do people ever search Christina Bates on social media, and does that ever create a problem? It hadn't created a problem yet. And no, I've never had that problem. Darren says, "I would love to share those videos." Yeah, so that's referring to the dark videos that I do before the live streams. He's talking about if I put those up on Alphapreneur, he would share those. So that's good. So I can definitely put some of those up. A lot of you said you would share it, so that's good. Mixed Masters says, "I've had problems with Mention. Their customer service is terrible." That sucks. I haven't. Is there a better tool than Mention? Mixed Master says, "No, I don't know. I don't think there is. There could be. I'm not aware of it. But what I would do, it's called brand monitoring, is the type of tool. So I would type in brand monitoring tool, and then see what other brand monitoring tools there are out there. Something else that is kind of a cool little trick when you're trying to see if there's a better version, if there's a better software than something you might already be using. Mention is kind of such a common name, so this might be a bad example. But I would do like mention.com versus, and then search that. And then you're going to find people that actually do articles like alternatives to Brandwatch. And it's like alternatives to Brand24, alternatives to Synthesio. So there's all kinds of like alternatives and things to mention.com. So I would, that's how I find better versions of like keyword research software and all of that. If you need a better version, I haven't had a problem with Mention, so I haven't had to do that, but that's what I would look. That's what I would do. Batman says, "How do you use that keyword spy site again? The one where you could find the keyword that are being advertised by others?" Yeah, so it's called SpyFu. That's the one that I personally like. So it's spyfu.com. So I just logged in so you could see it real quick. So it's great. I mean, if you have a competitor, let's say my competitor would be entrepreneur.com. Or a bigger competitor that I found out yesterday when doing it live was Inc.com. So if I put in Inc.com, I can actually see their organic keywords and about how many clicks they're getting from their keywords in the search engines. Like they're getting 25.4 million visitors every month coming to their site from SEO. and then I can see who their top organic competitors are. So I can see it's entrepreneur.com, hbr.org, Forbes, Business News Daily, their top paid competitors. I can see who those are. And then I can come down and see what kind of keywords the competitors are sharing with each other, which that's an okay chart or an okay tool. I never use the competitor shared keywords tool. I like to go straight down and look at their top keywords, and not just top keywords that are organic, but also if they're paying for keywords. I love to see, like, what are they spending money on. So I'll click on their pay-per-click keywords, and then I can say their monthly costs. I'm going to sort by monthly costs. They're not spending a lot on anything. So this is a bad example. Here, I'll show you a really good example. Let's do what is that site? There's a site, bestreviews.com, I think. Yeah, they're spending $2 million a month on Google AdWords, which is crazy. And all of their whole site is just product reviews, like, of things. Like, it's insane. If you take a look at their monthly cost, I can sort that column. They're spending $32,000 a month on the keyword dehumidifier reviews. Like, it's insane. And you can see, like, their ad position is number 6, and they're still spending that much. And then they have 13 ads for dehumidifier reviews. And if you want, you can actually click on dehumidifier reviews, and then you can see, like, what other you can really take a deep dive into that keyword specifically if you would like, which is pretty cool. Let's go back for a second. And then you can even see their ranking history, and you can view their search engine. This is what I was trying to find for you. Is you can actually see, like, when you go, well, SpyFu cached a version of the page where they're showing up, so you can actually come in and find the ad that they would be running, and then actually, like, model that ad. So if you're gonna make a page that's about dehumidifier reviews, you might as well make a page that is modeled after what they're doing. Now they're in the 6th position, so I would have to scroll through here to find it. But it just blows your mind, like, that you can see this kind of stuff with SpyFu. Do you have a time frame to when there will be a training on list building and email marketing? Don't have a time frame for that yet. But I do know when I do teach it, it's going to be like for a week. So the whole week, whenever I teach list building and email marketing, it'll be a whole weekly training. So every day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day will be a different training on email marketing. It's not going to be next week yet. Not sure when it would be, but I will be doing it. Roy says, question. There is a new membership software called Fresh Member from Mark Thompson. They're running a lifetime offer for $297. Have you seen or tried this before? What do you say? I don't buy anything from Mark Thompson. I don't buy anything that has like a lifetime offer deal like that, because reason being is it's not a big company. Like, I don't want to build my business on the reason they're probably doing a lifetime deal is they're not going to support it forever. They're just trying to sell as many copies as they can. But that kind of scares me when there's like an individual entrepreneur that has like 15 different software programs that he's selling. Like, I would not want to build my business on the back of someone that is just churning out all these software programs. I'd much rather build my business on the back of someone that's an actual established company where all they do is one thing, and that is membership sites. So that's why I use Kajabi for so long. If you want to build a course-based membership site where people have access to a library and all that, then I would recommend using something like Kajabi. If you want to do something that's very content-rich, I recommend using ghost.org. I used to use WordPress, but I'm with a bunch of plugins and all that. But then now I'm moving everything over to ghost.org. and that is just exclusively like a publishing platform. And now with membership sites, where you can take payment and all that. So I don't know. That was a long answer. Short answer is I don't use anything from people like that. They just make a lot of different software. That would make me nervous. Already answered a couple questions. Again, if you ask a question, make sure that you only ask it once. Keisha, which by the way, I think Keisha, I saw you inside did I see you inside Alphapreneur? Like you just joined, didn't you? If you did, let me know and say that you just joined so everyone can welcome you. And by the way, welcome if you're new. Would it be best for me to have time? Would it be best for me to have a time schedule of when I post articles and videos to social media pages? Not really. I mean, I like to do things organically. I don't overthink things and have like this really crazy schedule where between this time and this time I need to post. Like the only schedule I have is I go live on YouTube every day at 10 a.m. whether I'm sick or not. Like today I'm not feeling good, but I just do it, and then that's what I recommend you do is like find something. Like if you have to stick to a schedule, then just pick a time that works for you. There's no like perfect time of day to post on social media. Every platform is just like a riot. I mean, it's just always like a fire hose of information. So it's not like if you post between 5 and 6 p.m. Eastern, you're going to get more clicks or anything like that. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would just post whatever's most convenient for you. And don't overdo it, because if you overdo it, you're going to burn yourself out. Batman says, Ambassador stream. Yes. Yeah. If there's a lot of you interested in the ambassador stream, I can make a week dedicated to teaching all kinds of cool like ambassador tricks. Batman said, is a membership site the same as a blog? Not really. It depends on how you want to build your membership site. If you in what your take on a blog is. Like a blog is, here, I'll show you. So if you go to Dr. Axe, so you go to Dr. Axe, like this is a blog. Like it's just content, and then there's ads all around all the content. It just looks like a typical blog. Membership site is a membership site. It depends on if you want to have videos, if you want to have articles, you want to have a blend of it. Do you want to have a community with your membership? There's a lot you can do that is not like a blog. And membership also, if you take a look at, for instance, Wall Street Journal, like most people would think the Wall Street Journal is like a blog or a publication, a news publication. But if you actually come and let's go to like the business section and we click on like one of their articles, you're going to see it's like showing you part of the article, then it fades out. It says to read the full story, you got to become a member. So with the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times and the Financial Times, and all of these sites, they are all membership sites. They look like a blog. They kind of have a feel like a blog because they got the ads around everything. But every story, I don't think it's every story. I would say maybe 90% of the stories on the Wall Street Journal are blocked off, or what they're called gated, or also known as like paywalled. So they're paywalled, and then you have to sign up and pay to read their content. So that is that's the way that I look at like a membership site. New video says, what tool are you using to create these YouTube videos with posting the video like what I'm doing right now? Again, I'm using Ecamm Live. Got to run. Have a great weekend. Yeah, Keisha's new. So everyone gave Keisha a nice warm welcome. So Janice, welcome Keisha. Janice says, I did just join. Thank you. By the way, how do you like since you just joined, I'm curious, as a brand new member of Alphapreneur, like when you logged in to Alphapreneur and let's say you're in, right? So when you come into Alphapreneur, like what's your take on it? Like, are you excited? Do you like what you see? Is it what you expected? Is it more than what you expected? And to be honest, like in the chat, Keisha, like I would love to know what's your feedback? Being a brand new member to Alphapreneur, I'd really appreciate it. And Darren says, yes, please do a week on ambassador tricks. Carlton says, welcome, Keisha. We're starting together. So Carlton's new too. And same thing. Carlton, when you first logged in, or even right now, when you're logging into Alphapreneur, let me know, like in the chat, like, what do you think of it? How do you like it? Maybe what don't you like about it? Just, I would love to know. Question: How do you use Ghost to publish an ebook with chapters? So I wouldn't do an ebook with chapters. I would change your thinking. I would, so if I go over to Health Confidential that's on ghost.org, and I would make all the chapters their own articles. So instead of, well, let's say you had a ebook about keto, about keto diet, then I would not make the whole ebook like one listing, like one post. I would take the chapters and break them out into individual articles like you see here. And then I would make a couple of the articles, the ones that are like maybe more lengthier, and the ones that you can send traffic to, and the ones that you know are truly going to solve a problem, make those articles totally free. And then at the very bottom of the articles, you have links to your other articles, which are your other chapters. And those other chapters are the gated, that's the gated content, the content they got to pay for. So I would look at it like that. Don't think about you got to take an ebook and then put an ebook, up in one post with chapters and links and all that. Just keep it simple. Just break out all the content in each chapter into their own posts. Mara says, you explain things so well. Thank you. From Batman, can SpyFu help with Pinterest ads? Unfortunately, no. I wish they did. There's no platform out there that I know of that helps with Pinterest ads. I wish there was. If I go into SpyFu, yeah, there's nothing. It's just SEO and pay-per-click, but there's nothing related to Pinterest ads. And if there is a tool out there for Pinterest ads that I don't know about, somebody let me know, because I would love to be like an early adopter and user of it, because I love Pinterest. By the way, let's take a look at Pinterest. If I go to pinterest.com/alphapreneur, I'm so close to 1 million monthly viewers on Pinterest, which blows my mind, because I have like 10 pens. That was like, it's crazy. Not even 10 pens. Like almost 1 million monthly viewers. Like Pinterest is the jam. Like if you're not using Pinterest, you need to be using Pinterest. Like it's unbelievable, the traffic and the attention and the views and everything that you can get on Pinterest that you can't get anywhere else. Like a brand new profile with 10 pens and almost 1 million monthly viewers. Like that's crazy to me. Carlton says, I have not received the email about logging in yet. I spent the weekend on the site and will gladly let you. Oh, you're going to spend okay, cool. Yeah, the email usually goes out within about an hour, because we're manually creating accounts for people that sign up for Alphapreneur, because we have to manually like turn on the bells and whistles and stuff for you. We don't have it automated. And if you don't see an email like by this afternoon, send an email to support@alphapreneur.com, and we can definitely make sure you're taken care of. But thank you for signing up and being honest. Dan says, thank you for all the answers, Chris. Get better soon. Yeah, so that looks like that's it for the Q&A. So good. We got through it in about an hour and a half. So that was today's agenda, was the Q&A. So now what I want to do is go into a winner announcement. And the winner announcement is, the way this works, if you're new to this live stream, is that if you enjoyed today's talk, just leave a comment below this video and on YouTube. And if you're watching this live, you're going to have to wait until the live's over and then come back to the page like in an hour or so, and then you'll have the ability to leave a comment. But leave a comment below the video and just let me know what you thought of this video, and then share it with, a friend, just one person that you think would enjoy today's talk. And because that'll help me out, and that'll help the channel out. And I like to refer to it as like social currency, since I'm not charging for my time. I'm not charging for courses. I'm not selling courses or anything like that. Really all I ask is just leave a comment and then share it with a friend that you think would enjoy it, because then that way we can grow the Alphapreneur movement and the community and everything together, which is just huge. And the winner's wall. Sorry, I was reading the comments. I was making sure my audio and everything didn't break. So for the winner's wall, the way this works is that every day I read all the comments from the previous day's live stream. So today, this morning, I was reading all the comments from yesterday's live stream. And then what I do is I pick a comment that I personally like a lot, and then I will award them a prize. So for today's winner is Daily Startup Fix, which is Dan. And Dan, so you are here in the chat. So first off, I know you're here, so I just personally want to thank you so much for taking the time to leave a comment. And Dan said, must admit, when the title said 27, this is yesterday's live stream. When the title said 27 techniques, I was wondering how you'd fit them all in, but you delivered you delivered them and then some. Crazy value again, Chris. We only have to wait another 24 hours for the next high value live stream. Alphapreneur Vibe is so inspiring and supportive, and so glad to watch it and be a part of the journey. Already looking forward to the Q&A tomorrow, which is today. Going to try SpyFu, SEMrush, and let me help you. Regards, Dan. So congratulations, Dan. You're a winner. And then what I am going to send to you is what I'm wearing on my head. I'm not going to send you this actual hat, but I had a bunch of new hats made, and these hats are my exclusive Alphapreneur hats that are embroidered. This is not printed on here. This is actually like puffed off of the hat a little bit, and it's the logo is amazing, like high quality embroidered hat. So I'm gonna send you a hat, and they are actually on the way right now from the lady that I have that embroideries everything for me. And when I get them, then I'm going to send you one of my hats. So and it's not going to be coming off my head or anything like that. So you're not getting a used hat. You're getting a brand new hat. So Dan, I hope you like hats, because you're going to get one. And you are now added to the winner's wall. So welcome. And then again, for any of you that are new here, all I ask is, if you enjoyed today's talk, please leave a comment below this video, and then share it with a friend that you think will enjoy today's talk. And then I'm going to I'm going to do a couple things that are on my to-do list. Like, I got to put up the Dalai Lama video on Alphapreneur. I'm going to make a group inside of Alphapreneur right now for ambassadors. And then I'm going to ask inside of Alphapreneur if I'm going to get some of your feedback on what you would like for me to talk about on next week's live stream. So I'm going to jump in Alphapreneur now. So hopefully I will see you all in Alphapreneur. And again, big congratulations to Dan. Let me make sure that you are here and that you actually saw that. Dan says, good way to finish the week. Yeah, and great way to start the weekend. Oh, and Keisha did post, and Keisha said, I was excited to join when I saw the platform because it's laid out very well. I'm enjoying the courses, and it's motivating to start posting soon. I'm enjoying the feedback from the members. Awesome. So I'm glad you're enjoying Alphapreneur. The fact that you just joined and you have that feedback really makes me feel good, because I know that I built something that makes sense even for someone that just signed up and got in. So thank you for giving me that feedback. And again, I'm going to get some rest after I get through my to-dos for the rest of the day, and then I will be back at this on Monday at 10 a.m. Central, as always. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 a.m. Central. I'm always on live on the Alphapreneur YouTube channel. So subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and then I will see you on Monday, and hopefully I'll see you inside of the group as well, and inside of alphapreneur.com. Have a good one.